my name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. We're going to go right into it because there's no reason not to. Now, regarding requests, we've got a lot. I'm kind of still digging the not throwing thing. So let's look for our next not throwing one. We've got none of these were requested. Alright, cool, I just got to choose my own. Now, Hunter S is the big D in the sky, basically. His best card draw mechanism was the... Starving Buzzard, which was moved from 2 mana as a 2-1 to 5 mana as a 3-2. And that's just way too much. The problem is that in Arena, the synergies that make him good in ranked, like, Mad Scientist, these certain secrets, that type of stuff, cannot be relied upon, and therefore he is scum trash. I played Rogue last episode, that therefore means I have to play Warlock. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, Knife Jugglers are really good too. Gadgets and Auctioneer is a 5 that can be fucking incredible. I mean, what if we play Gadget and Auctioneer and then Soulfire, and we draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, and that's just like 0. Oh my god! But it relies on so much. Same as the Mind Control tech. It relies on a situation to be, worthy of that happening. So, therefore, the Knife Juggler is better. Why? Because we don't have any guarantee that we're going to have the situation where an opponent has 4 or more minions on the board, and we aren't going to be guaranteed to have spells. So, we'll pick the one that is best in all situations, which is the Knife Juggler. Dread Infernal versus Harvest Golem. This is really difficult. Why is this so difficult? Because the Dread Infernal is... Oh, look at that. Whoa, it's a real good card. But if we get something like, the best 4-drop in the game at the moment, the Void Caller. It's not the best 4-drop in the game, but it's a really good one, right? It's 3/4, and its Death Rattle effect is summon a random demon from your hand, or put a random demon from your hand on the field. So, if we stack up on Dread Infernals, again, I'm talking about something that relies on other plays to be good, right? But the important difference between the Dread Infernal and any of the choices I could have made last time is that the Dread Infernal by itself, even if I don't get the synergy with it, is still a really good card. Therefore, I'm going to pick it. I don't like any of that. Usually, I would have been much more averse to doing that. Yep. So, Corruption is really bad because it means you can't play a minion. Because if you play a minion and you play Corruption, they're just going to trade their big dude into your minion, and then it dies. So you've used a minion and Corruption to kill it, or you don't play a dude and then they hit you in the face for like 7 damage or whatever their big dude's strength is. Corruption's that's not good. Very bad. Mogoshan Warden is like... doesn't really do much. That's the problem with Mogoshan Warden. You need to buff him before he does anything, right? He's 1 damage. The fuck is that going to do against a Yeti? Yeti is like 4/3 after it beats the shit out of the Mogoshan Warden, right? And then you've got Murloc Raider, which dies to hero abilities. I'm going to take the Murloc Raider because it's great against classes that don't have the hero ability to deal with it, whereas the rest of them are just bad in general. Power Overwhelming is pretty good for some things. The problem with Power Overwhelming is that usually you're casting it on a minion that you played onto the field. So you've got, say my Murloc Raider is on the field, it's a 2/1, and then I Power Overwhelm it, make it into a 6/5, and then I run it into something to kill that, and then my dude dies, right? I've just used a Murloc Raider and Power Overwhelming to kill one of theirs. I've devalued my card. And that's a problem. Earthen Ring Farseer is pretty solid as a 3/3 for 3, and also it has the incredible benefit of being able to heal your hero, which is really good in Warlock where you're going to be life tapping a lot. Soulfire is amazing. 0 mana, 4 damage, usually 0 mana, kill a card, right? Tops. Leponome would be if I was running a Zoo deck, but I'm not running a Zoo deck, plus it's got anti-synergistic value with the Dread Infernal, by which I mean I put the Leponome on the field, it survives until turn 6. Not gonna happen, but if it does, Then playing the Dread Infernal kills my Leponome, and I cry forever. Bloodfen Raptor is a solid 3-2 for 2. There we go. So the brilliant thing about this pack is that Loot Hoarder, as I've said, you know, 1 health minions suck. Because they get killed by the Dread Infernal, but also, more importantly, they get killed by 3 classes immediately. The Rogue, the Druid, and the Mage. They just go, you played a 1 health? You kidding me? And then it either makes a Wicked Dagger and hits it, or it shapeshifts and then hits it, or it fireballs. But the thing is, if they do that to a Loot Hoarder, they slow down their own tempo because they haven't developed anything on the field. But you're not losing a card, because the Death Rattle is that you draw a card. The brilliant thing about it is that in classes against, in classes that cannot do 1 damage, the Loot Hoarder has a very high possibility of killing a 3-2. So they lose a card for a card, and then you draw 1. That's incredible value. If that works out for you once, you've very much set the tone for the match. So that's why the Loot Hoarder is more important. Out of these, the strongest is Shade of Naxxramas. Now, this is probably not going to be agreed upon by everyone, because Big Game Hunter is a huge swing. Your opponent plays something with 7, and you're like, no. And that's often the end of the match, right? They spent all of their turn developing a huge threat, and you just put down a card that's so little mana, you can still play 4 mana crystals after that. And you deny them that. You can also do that same type of huge swing with the Blood Knight, right? But you'll be lucky in an arena if you get the Blood Knight off once or twice. Shade of Naxxramas, however, sits on the field. It waits. And at a certain point, it comes out at 6-6, kills something, survives, and then is still a huge threat. So it's already killed a card that's much more expensive than itself, usually. And then it takes something else as well. They have to throw another card at it to kill it. Again, it's about 2 for 1-ing your opponent. Scarlet Crusader is an amazing 3-drop. Amani Berserker is an okay 3-drop. But the thing is, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 early plays, so therefore the Scarlet Crusader is better. Oh! Best combo ever! Alright. I Hungry Crab, and then I eat... Sorry, I Murloc Raider, and then I eat my Hungry Crab with the... Okay, so the Hungry Crab is bullshit, right? It's way too reliant on other circumstances existing. Echoing Ooze is pretty solid. I mean, it's a 2-4 for 2, right? Because 1-2 and then another 1-2. The problem with that is often, if your opponent's played like a 3-2, you have to trade both of them in. So it's usually still only 1 for 1-ing. The Faceless Manipulator means if my opponent has a huge threat, now I have a huge threat. Alternatively, if I have a huge threat, now I have a... Oh, wait, I still have it. Both of the other cards are complete bullshit. I hope I don't have to explain the fact that Taunt is actually 99.9% of the time worthless. Elven Archer is sometimes okay as special tech, but Flame Imp, a 3-2 for 1 mana is incredible. Okay, so this is really interesting. Undertaker, I might have undertaken, if I had the... What was it? The 3 mana, Harvest Golem. I may have done that. At this rate, I won't. Instead, I'll take the Ancient Bounce Master, and the reason I'm taking him is because he's a really strong 4. I mean, he's a pretty strong 4. He's 5-4. The stats are pretty good for that point. I'm not sure I respect the Blood Imp enough to take it. Maybe I do. But the Blood Imp dies to the Dread Infernal. Because the Blood Imp would usually stay on the board for the entire time until the Dread Infernal comes out. Siphon Soul is really good. It's just straight up removal of a minion, plus heal. Oasis Snapjaw or Spellbreaker. Now, this is looking more and more like a zoo deck, but I'm specifically drafting it away from that. I could have picked, like, 2 Lepinomes, Flame Imp, Blood Imp. You know, I could have gone Super Zoo with this, so this would probably be the one that I wanted to do Mr. Trumpet's challenge on. But, but I've already done that, so now I'm instead going to focus on getting just something balanced. I think I'll take the Spellbreaker. Sometimes silencing a minion is very, very much worth it. The problem with the Spellbreaker is it dies to a 3-2, right? So it dies to things that come out for 2 less mana crystals. Does that make it less worthwhile? I'm definitely not taking the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, so it's between the Oasis Snapjaw and the Spellbreaker. It's whether or not I want something a bit stronger and a bit healthier. Yeah, actually that's probably worthwhile. Or something with more utility. Okay, so I've got one Flame Imp, so Demon Fire is... I've also got a Dread Infernal. Does that make Demon Fire worth it? Considering the fact that I have a Murloc Raider and I have Dread Infernal, Unstable Ghoul might kill my own thing. So I will take Demon Fire. I can't take Succubus at all. Not possible. Look at its stats. It's a 4-3 for 2. Holy fuck. It's the strongest. Yeah. Right. Fair enough. But it dies to a Flame Imp. It dies to a fucking Bloodfen Raptor. It dies to every 3-2 in the game. And you still discarded a card. So you 2-for-1 yourself. I'm going to take the Hellfire for emergency board clear situations. Direwolf Alpha just because the other two are bullshit. Voidcaller. I want to take that Soulfire, but Voidcaller summoning Dread Infernal. Voidcaller even fucking summoning the Flame Imp is amazing. Except Voidcaller summoning the Voidwalker is not amazing. But, luckily for the game, the Voidwalker is actually the best in that pack. Sludge Belcher. I'm not going to explain that. It's actually just fucking crazy. Drain Life is... So I'm going to take the Hellfire instead. Got a lot of board clear here. I'm not particularly sure I like that. This is all bad. This is all really bad. I'm going to take the Murloc Tidehunter, just because the others were actually worse. That's another Hellfire. This is too many Hellfires. I just finished watching Trump play... Wow, do I actually... Yeah, alright. I have to take the Priestess Balloon. I just finished... Ooh, Nerubian Egg? Because I have 3 Hellfires and a Direwolf Alpha. That's 3 significantly fairly okay ways to activate it. Or Shadow Flame for the board clear. I have enough Hellfires. I think Nerubian Egg is actually correct. Anyway, I just finished watching Trump play. Oh god, do I want... I think I need to take the Scarlet Crusader over the Soulfire. Over the Soulfire? But my 3-drop slot is 3 minions. It's not strong enough. I need another score. Fen Creeper to fit my mana curve. Because the 5s are a bit low. That's another Soulfire, definitely. Is it Blood Imp time? It might be. I'm definitely building an aggressive deck now. I have to. The game has just not given me any other options. I've taken as many of the... I mean, I skipped one Priestess of Balloon, alright? But I've taken as much of the high as I really could. And I still haven't got much at all. I think I'm actually going to take the Loot Hoarder. And Ravenhold Assassin to round out the deck. Now, I just finished watching Trump do an arena that was kind of similar to this, actually. Had the Nerubian Egg, and I think his was 4 Hellfires. And it didn't go amazingly. Somehow I'm feeling the same might happen here. The draft was definitely trying to offer me a much more aggressive deck than I ended up picking, because I wanted something much more balanced, and... Well, basically Zeus looked down and said, no, fuck you in particular, Ryan. Alright. Everything is set up. Let's start the games. Les four, the mage. So now I can't play Murloc Raider on turn 1. Because he goes first, then I play the Murloc Raider, then he hero powers the Murloc Raider for value. Everything has to go back, especially for someone with such an early game deck, which is me. I really shouldn't be having to throw everything back. Oh, fuck. I don't like this. Where's my 3-2s? Where's my Bloodfen Raptor at? Where's my fucking Flamme Imp at? Scarlet Crusader obviously has a diminished value against a mage who can just Fire Blast its shield off. So instead of you getting 3 damage for the cost of the shield, you just take 2 of his mana in a Fire Blast. Don't even get to kill a card. It's fucking absurd. I'm kind of tempted to just let him keep playing cards and then Hellfire on turn 4. Oh my god, he doesn't even have a play. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna coin out the Scarlet Crusader. Reason being, he didn't have a turn 2 play, so I know he doesn't have a turn 1 play, unless it's Arcane Missiles. So if he Fire Blasts the shield off, then next turn I can play the Murloc Raider for the only time in the game I'll ever be able to play the Murloc Raider, because I've got a 3-1 and a 2-1 on the field, so he has 2 targets and he can't eliminate both in the same turn, right? So it's basically the only point in the game where I can play it without immediately fucking losing. Of course, if he has Arcane Explosion, I've just fucked everything up. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I expect Fire Blast to go here.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Really? What the fuck just happened? Holy... Alright. Yep, no, that's fine.
Join or die.
Okay, so I just get to trade up crazily. I mean, he was always going to get the card draw from that card, so I don't understand why he wouldn't just... Okay. Fine. Interesting thing to note, on turn 8, I can deal 10 straight damage to his face. Hellfire, Hellfire, Soulfire. Of course, I clear my own board and I take 6 of the damage, but...
Attend me. Ready, sir.
Oh my god. He's letting me get value out of the cards that I'm playing, like Murloc Raider. That's really unfortunate for him. I'm not certain, so I can keep the Sludge Belcher. Right, let me think about this. Sludge Belcher kills the Silverhand Knight, right? Unless he polymorphs. He wouldn't have polymorphed any previous target, so that's fair. He could have a polymorph in hand. You know what? Actually, because of that, it's much more worthwhile to do that. Because I don't want him to be able to kill that or get past it, because then he gets to kill the Direwolf Alpha without losing anything else, and that's too much. There's the polymorph. Oh, he killed it. Is there any way I can get more damage out of this? I don't think so.
I'll put it on your tab. Job's done.
Oh, shit! Okay, so I dragged it back immediately, but unfortunately it got really fucking bad positioning. Hopefully he Flame Strikes this turn, and it absolves me of my positioning problems. Of course, if he doesn't Flame Strike this turn, or at the very least Blizzard, he's going to lose next turn.
To Northrend.
Okay. Hey, that is not lethal for me. Good work. So I'm gonna tap. Excellent. Because Demon Fire is going to be used to kill that, and then attack the face. Now, for any of you who were wondering why did you not Demon Fire him in the face, first off, it wouldn't have caused lethal because this is only 3, and secondly, you can't use Demon Fire to the face, it's only deal 2 damage to a minion, and if it's a friendly demon, give it +2/+2 instead. Reason I didn't play the Dread Infernal is because there is no reason to play the Dread Infernal. He has described to me that he is very desperate. His removal in hand situation is very bad, and there's nothing he's going to hit on turn 8 that he didn't have on turn 7. Flame Strike specifically. So it looks to me that unless he top decks something specific, that I'm going to be able to just hit him in the face with just 2 of these, and then Hellfire for the win.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's relying on me not having 1 damage. The thing is, I'm a dick, so instead of playing the Hellfire, I'm gonna make him think he died to the 1 damage from Dread Infernal. Because Dread Infernal's 1 damage, unlike the Unstable Ghoul or any of those cards, actually affects characters rather than minions, so it affects the heroes. I'm always very conscious. This is just me talking, like, very frankly to those of you that watch. First off, hello. Secondly, I'm always very conscious of whether I'm talking too much about strategy or, like, I try to balance, like, actually entertaining with teaching. And even though I'm not the best Hearthstone player in the world, there are some things I hope that I can teach. And I think I've been doing too much explaining and teaching and not enough dick jokes.
I will fight with honor. Your soul
That said,
shall be mine.
we'll find a good, good happy medium at some point. Paladin is almost the same as the other classes that can deal 1 damage because he can summon a paladin, a fucking, in response. Scarlet Crusader good enough to keep? No, it's not. Okay, he can summon a recruit in response to me summoning a 2-1, and then his hero power has effectively killed mine. Well, not mine, my card. Not my hero power. For a deck with so many early plays, I'm not drawing any of them. This is absurd. Exactly, and he was gonna play the 1-1 anyway, so he would have been able to kill my 2-1. I have to light up. There's nothing else I can do. Man, what I would not give for a mountain giant. Fucking hell.
Death does not scare me.
Oh. Oh, no. Okay, okay. I think I know what I can do here. Hopefully, this attacks and does not kill the Void Caller, because then I have the perfect move. Holy shit! Emergency. Okay, so Demon Fire moves it down to 7, and then yeah, I can clear that one. Okay, so I Demon Fire you, and then I summon the Loot Hoarder because he's gonna trade the Silverhand Recruit for it. And then next turn, I Hellfire Soulfire to kill the Death Lord.
Let the pain
Okay.
to me.
That's
Reporting for duty.
rarely enough to... But, okay, I have to. Let's just hope I get something super Oh, it's Siphon Soul, 1 turn off. That's pretty powerful. 6 mana, come on, play something stupidly big so I can Siphon Soul the fuck out of it. Oh, I will relish the opportunity.
Pay attention, class.
Do I want to Siphon Soul that? I mean, I can't kill it this turn.
Reporting
And if he, you know, plays Blessing of Kings or anything like that. I guess the problem with Siphon Souling that is that then the Silverhand Recruit gets to kill my Scarlet Crusader shield. Does that make it not worthwhile? I think it might. The alternative is like Knife Juggler into Murloc Raider into tap, and just hope that the daggers work out correct. You know what? I'm gonna go for that.
Put this apple on your head.
Alright, hit this twice. Or just that once. Okay, that's fine.
Join or die.
So, the massive problem here is Consecration. It's pretty obvious. Yeah.
I am ready to learn.
And then he gets to clear this really easily. But, we're actually in a little bit of a better position than we were last time.
duty.
Because now the Sludge Belcher is,
I am ready to learn.
attack the face, don't attack that. Man! I don't like you. Can I afford to continue tapping? Not really. The thing is, if I don't kill that, I'm scared of every spell that the Paladin has, and all of those spells are still pretty strong. So I did need to kill it, unfortunately.
Reporting for duty.
It looks mostly like the Sludge Belcher is going to be able to clear up a lot of these 1/1s. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, yes! Bump. I know I could have life tapped, but I could not have done that with surviving the video game. Alright, I'm going to change the way that I'm sitting on my chair. Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy, Blessing of Kings, True Silver Champion, Consecration, he got all the good Paladin cards. Oh, I'm so screwed. Okay. I'm gonna do that because it also allows me to play the Oasis Snapjaw. So, a silence in his hand wins the game for him. Most removal spells do. This video game is a cruel mistress sometimes. Let me guess, not the True Silver Champion? No. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Those are my Fen Creepers. Play nice. Another True Silver Champion. So that's 2 Blessing of Kings, 2 True Silver Champions, and a Consecrate. If he's got another Consecrate, he will play it now. God damn it. The thing is, usually when people get like near the end of their tether, they have to play inefficiently so that they can actually get stuff done. I need Hellfire. I need Hellfire so much I have to tap for it. That's not a Hellfire. 10 times out of 10, the Nerubian Egg is not a Hellfire. I still have 2 Hellfires left in this deck. In fact, I might have 3. No, I used one of the Hellfires to clear out the first dude. Yep. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm boned. So this is doing 4 damage by itself. Which means, yeah. Yes. And I'm gonna play the Nerubian Eggs. Lethal. Fucking hell.
You win.
Yep, completely boned. That was a really good deck. He had really good cards. I don't think I made any specifically wrong decisions there. Did I? Maybe I should have siphon sold the the Violet Teacher much earlier. That might have been correct. Yeah. Other than that, no, fucking no. Don't ask me. I don't pretend to know anything about this video game. It's not like I've done 123 episodes on the fucking thing. 122, sorry. This should be 122, right? Right? You'll be able to find that in the title below. I will kill you, Shaman. That's what it says. So that looks like a real good curve, except for the fact that this does nothing. That bounces something back to my hand. So I need to mulligan them all so that I can get a good 1 or a 2. 1 drop like Billy the Totem Slayer. Holy, what is wrong with this deck? I have so many things in the 1 and 2 drop slot and I can never get them. Sorry, but that's absurd. How? How is this happening? Where are my cards? Whatever. Hellfire is going to be really useful against the Shaman. Don't need 2 of the fuckers in my hand at the end of the turn. In case you're not aware, Amaz nicknamed the term, or coined the term, my apologies, Billy the Totem Slayer for the 2-1 Murloc Raider because it can kill all of the totems. Well, my life total is basically going to S the massive D in the sky because... Oh, this is really cool. You can play the Nerubian Egg next turn. So, if he coined a 2-drop, he's got to have another 2-drop, right? Not his hero power. Don't use the hero power. Play a 2-drop. Come on. Oh, you can't be deliberating this much about fucking second turn. There you go. Cool. I'm going to take a lot of damage to do this, but it has to be done at this point. I play the Nerubian Egg, I end my turn, play a 3-drop, and then I'll Hellfire, kill everything, and I'll end up with a 4-4. Unless he silences my guy. Don't silence my guy. Who had the coin? He had the coin. Alright, so he can't use Spellbreaker. He can use Iron Beak Owl to silence.
I wonder.
Or Earthshock. Holy shit, he has a very aggressive deck. I don't like any of this. Well, I like the board state, it's just I don't like the amount of damage I'm about to take. He could have done 1 more damage if he put the Raid Leader over this side, because then the Murloc Scout would not only get the buff from the Raid Leader, but also from the Direwolf Alpha, which is standing adjacent to, secondly. So now I need to hide behind my taunts and use Siphon Soul very, very well to take out one of these big dudes. Don't play a Yeti or anything stupid like that. Come on. Haven't got all day, Junior. Fen Creeper is obviously next turn, and then hopefully there's a threat large enough on the turn after that I can Siphon Soul. Especially on 5 mana, what? Earth Elemental would be like the best threat that he could play? Best for me, that is. Oh, just drew the Scarlet Crusader. Perfect timing. So the reason I'm not attacking the Blood Knight is because I could kill it, but the thing is, currently, my Nerubian is out of... Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have done it. Currently, my Nerubian is out of range of certain things, such as Earthshock, Lightning Bolt, and Rockbiter Weapon. If I attacked it, it goes down to 1 health. But I can kill it with the Fen Creeper, and it stays at 3, which is just enough for him to do the same thing, so it doesn't matter either way. And to stay on curve, I am going to use Siphon Soul. And I want my taunt more, so I'm going to make the attack that I said was a dumb attack. God damn it. Alright, so it looks like, especially if whatever he plays I can still deal with what's currently on my board, I'm going to play the Ravenholt Assassin out. We started from way behind. We started from the bottom, now we're here. Come on. Ooh. What do I think that says about his deck?
I hear you got a problem.
I think it might say that he has, Lightning Storm in hand, and he's trying to set up for it by developing a 4-1 and a 3-2. Maybe. Maybe.
Ready for action.
Holy shit, he's got a Goldshire Footman. I am the most scared man ever. You can't... You should hit the Fen Creeper. Yeah. Oh no. Oh yay, a taunt. That's really good actually.
Put this apple on your head.
1 mana.
Why do you fall?
For the crusade!
Please hit that. Thank you. Oh boy. Actually, this is wrong. The Voidwalker should be on this side. So that whatever he wants to run into the Voidwalker has to take 2 damage. This just means that, say... I mean, he's got 6 mana. So, Reckless Rocketeer. It's a 6 mana 5/2 with charge.
Well played.
6 mana 5/2 with charge. So... He would be able to keep it alive if he ran it into the Voidwalker, but if I moved it to the other side, he would not. And that's the point. Also, it means he would have to take 4 damage to clear the Voidwalker by himself. Luckily, he would have to take 2 damage anyway, and then Hellfire wins the game. But what about a heal? What if that happens? These are all the fringe case scenarios, and they might be 1 or 2%. They might just slightly increase your percentage chance of victory. But if it's easy as fuck, why not do it? The positioning can matter a lot, especially when you have things like Direwolf Alpha. And when you're versing opponents that have things that positioning matters against, like Cone of Cold, Explosive Shot. Let's get back into the... I can't think of many others. Cone of Cold, Explosive Shot. Betrayal. That's about it that I can think of. Void Call is real good if I've got a demon in hand, and I can't rely on having a demon in hand, because if I do, then I probably have my curve fucked up, because I got a 4 and a... Thank you, based Jesus. Don't play a fucking Norshire Cleric, you prick. Oh, great. Now he's got the Shade of Naxxramas. You know, the Shade of Naxxramas isn't horrible, but I've got to hope his board state is pretty good when he plays it, because then the Hellfire can clear him. Okay, so I have to play on curve next turn. Therefore, I need to play the Hellfire. Oh, shit! I can keep a really good board if I do this. Now, I'm specifically not going to attack with the Shade of Naxxramas. Can anyone tell me why? No? Alright. Here goes. Shade of Naxxramas is real fucking good because you can manipulate its health stat. Oh, I should tap first. Because you can manipulate its attack stat and its health stat. Shadow Word Pain, last turn, would have killed it. Shadow Word Madness would have stolen it. However, this turn, neither of those things are possible. And that's why it's good to have played this turn. I could Hellfire to clear this board, but that's a dumb idea. It's a bad idea, that's terrible. So this is the priority kill. So that's what I would hit. But I want to have a demon in hand, I guess. That would be badass. How do I want to develop this board? Do I want to attack with the Shade of Naxxramas? Do I want to attack with the Shade of Naxxramas to the face? That's a total of 10 damage right there. But if I do a total of 10 damage... Ooh. That might be correct. Oh, well played. Alright, I was going to attack to the face with 10 damage. And then Hellfire, killing my own Voidcaller, but also his whole board. I end up with the 5-2, and then I was going to develop the... Knife Juggler, and then the turn after I was going to play the Murloc Raider for 2 cards to come out. Both of those daggers go possibly for the face, it really doesn't matter. I attack with the other 2 because I already have lethal with 7 health on his side. 20 health minus 10 from my minions and 3 from the Hellfire, he has 7. And then my dude grows and I have 9 damage on my field from the Knife Juggler and the Shade of Naxxramas.
Let the hunt begin.
Voidwalker is not an early card. It's going back. Alright, let's have a conversation. Huddle in, motherfuckers. Voidcaller is not an early card for one very important reason. If your opponent plays a 3-2, you're fucked. Depending what he plays this turn, I'll play the Murloc Raider or the Bloodfin. That means I play the Bloodfin. Wow, that was a dumb play. Anyway, yeah. So, it dies just like the Norshire Cleric to a 3-2, and guess what? The 3-2 fucking survives. You're not drawing a card like with the Loot Hoarder. You're not goddamn bringing a random card into your hand like with the Web Spinner. You're not getting 2 1/1s like with your fucking the Haunted Creeper. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. That's probably an Eagle Horn Bow. Not at all. Really. Okay. Well, the perfect response to that is Scarlet Crusader. I was going to play Loot Hoarder, but Scarlet Crusader keeps me on curve and means the next turn I can play a 2 and a 2. 2 into it, breaking the line. 2 into it, breaking the line, the taken simply you. You simply take the line and you break it into 2. 2 into and breaking. 2 into it, breaking line, the taken simply you. It's a song by oh fuck, what's his name? Sammy J. Where the song is the same backwards and forwards. 2 into it, breaking line, the taken simply you. That's the line that I was going with. So I can go to discard something, or I can go for max value. Max value would be Direwolf Alpha. Goes here. The Scarlet Crusader hits the Silverback Patriarch, kills it. And then he ends up with a 2-2. How far ahead do I think I can get with that? You know what? I think I can get really, really far ahead if I just kill it that way. The worst case scenario here is, well, Explosive Shot would have to come out next turn because I had the coin. Did I have the coin? Did he have the coin? Who had the coin? He's going second, so he had the coin. Did he play the coin? No, he didn't. He did a 1 into a... Fuck. So multi-shot or explosive shot is really bad. I probably should have considered that. Considered. Sorry, not considered. Okay. Sorry, just random phone call. It looks like I have to trade 2 things for this. Is there any way I can do this without trading 2 things? Probably not. So I'll do this one first, because I always want to trade that in, because I get a card. Does that change my decision? Not really. So the strength, the perceived strength of the Scarlet Crusader being a 4-1 rather than 2-2, its extra stats basically came from being next to the 2-2, so therefore the 2-2 is more valuable. Plus, there's a bunch of really cool plays you can do with Ancient Brewmaster and then putting down the 2-2 in a different position to get an extra 2 damage out of a turn. It'd be really cool if we got lethal like that.
For the crusade!
Mind if I roll need?
Do I want to kill his minions or his face? Minion would be I attack there, I heal my dude, and then I attack there. No matter what I do, I guess I'm tapping this turn, right? Yes. Second soul. It's not worth losing Siphon Soul to use Soulfire. I don't think. He would have to use both of those to kill this. And then it still has a form left. But if he has to use something from his hand, that's insane. Yeah, no, the correct play was to clear. Definitely. I am absolutely certifiably fucking certain that was the correct play. Oh, I'd love to kill that with Soulfire, but he hasn't got any other threats on the board. Play some threats, you dick. Alright. Is that correct? Holy shit, it is. All right. Wow. Okay. Bounce back to 3-3. Use it to heal up this dude. And then Soulfire to clear. Oh, I lost the Siphon Soul. That's unfortunate. So he's getting a lot of cards, right? He's got a Loot Hoarder dead. He played an Azure Drake. I've discarded 2 cards from Soulfire, right? But my board position is now basically untenable for him.
Don't mess with
The number of cards that he could play and that would get him back into the game are minimal. That's actually a beast, by the way. The Race Event Hunter summons a 1/1 beast. That's important to note. Got to tap because I can't Hellfire while I'm in an advantageous position. I've got basically like the most easily dictated trades of all time, and then attack the face. Luckily, I've got the Loot Hoarder to help me continue drawing cards. That's actually another point that I probably should have mentioned for Loot Hoarder when I was considering picking it up. By the way, the only reason he doesn't look like he's ahead in cards is because I've been live tapping. Anyway, that's probably another thing I should have mentioned when I was talking about the Loot Hoarder and whether I was going to pick it over another card, is that even though I have my life tap ability, having another card draw mechanic in the game is so big. You have more cards than your opponents, you have more threats than your opponents, you have more options to deal with your opponents. Oh, Unleash the Hounds. I'm fucked. No, okay, I'm fine. Kill this. Oh, that's like the worst thing you are, you bitch.
Hey, give me that.
Yeah, that's the correct attack. Okay.
I hear you got a problem.
Another problem.
Can anyone spot the lethal? If he cannot kill this, and the way he would have to kill this is by killing this and then getting a really lucky deadly shot or something like that. Yeah, if he can't, then he loses game. Oh, attack, attack. Well done. That means you don't lose the game this turn. That was a very, very efficient way of doing that. All right, let's tap.
I can't do that. Nox
Problem solved.
Huh. I did not consider the Lord of the Arena because no one does. But basically it would have been attack the face Hellfire. I guess there are a number of cards that could have done it, like Sludge Belcher. Sludge Belcher probably was really big as well. I'm not certain if there's a secret that could be, which would fuck me up. So currently, the Shade of Naxxramas is in stealth, right? So I can't attack it. Therefore, I attack with the Void Caller first, because if that was misdirection, then it couldn't have hit my Shade of Naxxramas, right? Whereas if I attack with the Shade of Naxxramas, it could have hit my Void Caller, because the Shade of Naxxramas comes out of stealth, and then misdirection, by the way, when you try to attack, I believe it's only the Hunter's face, it will just redirect the attack to another random character, so it can be your face, it can be the fucking minions on the board. Basically, I just wanted to keep it in stealth. And then Hellfire. Okay, peek on Rick. What's that, 4-1? Alright, so here at 4-1, we're going to cut to part 2 in the video. You'll be able to find a link to part 2 down in the description below. Hope to see you there.